Marvel has introduced some of the greatest villains in comic book history. From brilliant masterminds to universe-destroying gods, these characters have pushed Earth's mightiest heroes to their absolute limits. Some rely on incredible intelligence, while others possess enough raw power to wipe out entire planets with ease. Today, we're ranking the strongest Marvel villains of all time. These are the enemies who have defeated heroes, conquered worlds, and threatened the entire universe. As we get closer to number 1, the power level becomes almost impossible to imagine. Starting off at number 10, we have Red Skull. He may not have cosmic powers, but he's caused more damage than most superpowered villains ever could. As the leader of Hydra, he built one of the most dangerous organizations in the Marvel Universe and rebuilt it every time it was destroyed. He spent his entire life manipulating people, starting wars, and chasing powerful artifacts like the Cosmic Cube. His ability to influence others has always been his greatest weapon. Red Skull fought Captain America countless times, and survived situations that should have ended his story long ago. He understands that real power is not always about strength. It's about controlling people and making them fight for your cause. That's exactly what makes him so dangerous. Even without superhuman abilities, he's changed the course of history more than almost any other villain. That's why Red Skull earns the number 10 spot. Next up at number 9, we have Loki, the god of mischief. While Thor relies on strength, Loki relies on intelligence, deception, and powerful magic. He's fooled heroes, gods, and even entire kingdoms with his illusions and careful planning. Many of Marvel's biggest conflicts only happen because Loki secretly set the events into motion. By the time anyone realizes his plan, it's usually too late to stop it. Loki is also one of the strongest sorcerers in Marvel. He can shapeshift, create incredibly realistic illusions, teleport across dimensions, and cast powerful magical attacks. More importantly, he's repeatedly caused chaos within Asgard itself, achieving what many powerful enemies could never do. His combination of magic, intelligence, and manipulation makes him one of the most dangerous villains in Marvel. This is exactly why Loki takes the number 9 spot. Moving up to number 8, we have Magneto. His control over magnetism is so powerful that it goes far beyond simply moving metal. He can stop bullets, redirect missiles, create massive electromagnetic pulses, and even manipulate the iron inside a person's body. Few mutants possess abilities that are this versatile or this destructive. When Magneto fights seriously, very few heroes can stand against him. What makes Magneto even more dangerous is his unwavering belief that he's doing the right thing. He truly believes mutants should rule to protect themselves from humanity. That conviction makes him almost impossible to reason with. Combined with the power to affect entire cities and even alter the Earth's magnetic field, Magneto becomes far more than just another supervillain. This is why he comfortably earns the number 8 spot. At number 7, we have Apocalypse, the very first mutant. After living for thousands of years, he has become one of the strongest and most experienced beings in Marvel. His body can constantly change shape, allowing him to grow stronger, heal from devastating injuries, and adapt to almost any situation. Combined with advanced celestial technology, Apocalypse has become incredibly difficult to defeat. Apocalypse follows one simple belief: only the strong deserve to survive. Everything he does is meant to test the world and prove who's worthy of living. He spent centuries building his strength and waiting for the perfect moment to reshape the future. His incredible powers, endless patience, and ruthless mindset make him one of Marvel's greatest threats. That's exactly why Apocalypse takes the number 7 spot. Up next at number 6, we have Dr. Doom, and the argument for putting him higher on this list is genuinely strong enough to make this placement feel almost disrespectful. Doom is the only human in Marvel history to have stolen power from both the Beyonder and Galactus, two beings so far above ordinary power scales that most heroes never even attempt to fight them directly. He pulled it off twice, not through brute strength, but through a combination of genius-level intellect, mastery of science and sorcery, and a willingness to execute plans that take years to pay off. His armor is one of the most advanced pieces of technology ever built in Marvel, but strip it away, and Doom is still dangerous because his mind is the real weapon. What separates him from every other genius villain is that he never relies on just one advantage. His science backs up his sorcery backs up his armor, and his armor backs up his planning. Every layer covers the weakness of the one before it, making him almost impossible to fully stop no matter how the fight starts. A human being who has held the power of Galactus in his hands and decided how to use it is not a normal villain. Coming in at number 5, we have Dormammu, and just stepping into his territory makes it clear why even the strongest heroes treat this fight differently than any other. He doesn't rule a country or command an army. He rules an entire dimension called the Dark Dimension, where the normal rules of physics, time, and death don't apply, because Dormammu decided they don't. He's made entirely of mystical energy, meaning he doesn't have a body to damage in any conventional way. He's defeated death itself inside his own realm, making him immortal in a way that goes beyond just healing quickly. Doctor Strange, the greatest magical mind on Earth, has never beaten Dormammu in a straight fight. The only solution Strange ever found was trapping both of them inside a time loop and refusing to let Dormammu win until he agreed to leave Earth alone. That isn't victory. That's a negotiation with a being so powerful that actually winning was never even on the table. Any villain that forces the smartest sorcerer alive to settle for a deal instead of a real win belongs firmly inside the top 5. At number 4, we have Galactus, the devourer of worlds. Galactus is far more than just another supervillain. He does not destroy planets because he enjoys it. He destroys them because he has to feed on their energy to survive. That makes him even more frightening because there's almost no way to reason with him. To Galactus, entire civilizations are nothing more than another meal, and he has never let emotion stand in the way of his hunger. Galactus has existed before the current universe was born, making him one of the oldest beings in Marvel. Across billions of years, he has consumed countless worlds, leaving behind nothing but empty space. Entire civilizations have thrown their greatest heroes at him, yet almost none have been able to stop him for long. Even some of Marvel's strongest cosmic beings avoid fighting him whenever possible because they understand how dangerous he truly is. The fact that Earth still exists is mostly due to luck and unusual circumstances, rather than anyone being strong enough to defeat him. A being capable of wiping out entire planets without effort easily earns the number 4 spot. Up next at number 3, we have Knull, the god of the symbiotes. Knull existed before the universe itself, living alone in the endless darkness before stars, planets, and life were ever created. When the Celestials began creating the universe, Knull saw it as an invasion and decided to destroy everything they had built. From that moment on, his only goal became returning the universe to complete darkness, no matter how long it took. Knull created the first symbiote, and forged the legendary Necrosword from his own shadow. With that blade, he killed Celestials that were larger than planets, and spread his living darkness across the cosmos through the symbiote hive. Entire worlds fell under his control as his army continued to grow stronger with every battle. Unlike many villains, Knull does not rely on weapons or borrowed powers to become stronger, because his incredible abilities have always belonged to him. A being older than the universe itself, with enough power to challenge gods and reshape the cosmos, deserves the number 3 spot on this list. At number 2, we have Thanos, the Mad Titan. Few villains in fiction are as feared or as respected as Thanos. He spent years collecting all 6 Infinity Stones, knowing that together they would give him complete control over reality, time, space, power, the mind, and the soul. Unlike many villains who rush toward power, Thanos planned every move carefully, defeating anyone who stood between him and the Infinity Gauntlet with incredible patience and determination. Once he completed the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos snapped his fingers and erased half of all life in the universe in a single moment. Heroes, armies, and entire civilizations were powerless to stop him. Even without the Infinity Stones, Thanos remains one of Marvel's greatest warriors, capable of defeating Thor, Hulk, and many of the strongest heroes in battle through his incredible strength and skill alone. His intelligence, expertise, and unstoppable determination make him a threat even without cosmic power. But the reason he's not number 1 is simple. The greatest power he ever used came from the Infinity Stones rather than from himself. That's why Thanos takes the number 2 spot. And finally, at number 1, we have the Beyonder, the most powerful villain in Marvel history. Unlike every other character on this list, the Beyonder does not come from the Marvel Universe. He exists outside of it completely, making his power almost impossible to understand. Entire universes mean very little to him, because he possesses more energy than most beings can even imagine. Compared to the Beyonder, even the strongest cosmic entities seem incredibly small. The Beyonder has erased galaxies without effort, reshaped reality whenever he wanted, and kidnapped Marvel's strongest heroes and villains simply to watch them fight. No army, no weapon, and no alliance has ever truly been able to match his power, because the normal rules of the universe don't apply to him. He can create, destroy, or rewrite existence with little more than a thought. The only thing that has ever limited the Beyonder is his own curiosity, not a lack of strength. A being that views the entire Marvel Universe as nothing more than an experiment is easily the strongest villain Marvel has ever created. That's exactly why the Beyonder deserves the number 1 spot.